military force. And this is why when, a year or so ago, when they killed Nasrallah, when Nasrallah was assassinated by Israel, and then they had the exploding pagers and the exploding cell phones, and there was all this celebration in the West that, oh boy, we've decimated Hezbollah. I was saying at the time, no. And when Syria fell with Bashar al-Assad, so you were no longer getting flights into Damascus with military supplies for Hezbollah. Again, many in the West said, okay, that's done. Hezbollah's toast. And they forget that there are these east-west smuggling routes that have been there for 3,000 years, for God's sake. So, the tribes that control those have always been something that neither Israel nor the United States has been able to interdict. So Hezbollah, they suffered.
And how can Syria protect that border? How can Syria, if al-Shara wants to interdict those supply lines, how can he interdict them if he can't even build up his military by getting bombed every few weeks by Israel? So Israel is doing a disservice for themselves by bombing the military that's meant to stop the supply of weapons into Hezbollah. It's just so annoying how it just conflated and confused and intertwined in very weird ways.
There you go again, being logical and trying to be rational. Yeah, this is, we are confronted with so much irrational, illogical behavior. And so now here is Israel that on paper they're talking about they need to call up 400,000 more reservists. Now, they had already activated 300,000. So you're basically talking about you've got 1/10. You're trying to put 1/10 or 10% of Israel's entire population under arms.